State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Christina B. Kennedy. During proceedings, there should be no driving, smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, or laying down. Do not start your video or mute your device unless the court instructs you to do so. And if there's anything that you need to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see, please walk away from the camera quietly. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, y'all.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. I'm Judge Christina B. Kennedy. I'll preside over the docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. I do thank you all for your patience. There was a delay in getting started because we had a docket that ran over this morning, and we are entitled to a lunch break. And so here we are. Again, thank you for your patience. We have a somewhat heavy docket today, and so Madam Clerk has divided the docket into two different groups of files. I am going to call the first group first. I'm going to call all of the cases in that stack of hearings or stack of files. Please listen out for your name, case number, or address, but please don't say anything until I have finished calling all of the cases. Once I'm done, thank you. Once I'm done calling all of the cases, I will ask for appearances. At that time, plaintiffs' attorneys are to place their appearances on the record. If plaintiffs are unrepresented, then that is the time for you to state your name. And then same with the defendants. Please, at that time, if your camera is not already turned on, please turn it on, unmute yourself, and either place your name or appearance on the record. Before we get started, I do want to re-emphasize Officer Wallace's request or instruction that if there's anything that you have to do that you don't want the rest of the world to see you doing, please make sure you turn your camera off before you do it. We are recording. Well, we are broadcasting these proceedings live over YouTube, and that means that anybody in the world can join us and watch these proceedings. So if you have to do something like change your clothes or use the restroom, please make sure before you do it, you make sure your camera's turned off, or you just completely step away from your device so that you can prevent any embarrassment. All right. Okay. Let's get started. Can you all hear me? Please give me a thumbs up if you can. Okay, cool. Thank you. Now calling case number 24352-119, Mian Marshall versus Zaria Cole and Natea Gibson. This is for property located at 9406 Manor in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-145, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Detroit Central City and all occupants of 1401 Holcomb.
Thank you, Ira.
And 8945 Agnes, apartment 305 in the city of. Also calling case number 24352-146. This is 1060 Van Dyke LLC versus Madison Collier and all occupants of 1060 Van Dyke Street, apartment 209 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-147, 1060 Van Dyke LLC versus Dylan Fox and all occupants of 1060 Van Dyke Street, apartment 214 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-148, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Dana Branch and all occupants of 1401 Holcomb, 8945 Agnes. Can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Paul Hughes, P31986. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hi, Attorney Hughes. I haven't called all of the cases on this docket, but I just keep looking at these addresses, and I just want to clarify for myself. I'm seeing many different addresses in the caption under the defendant. Is 1401 Holcomb the name of the building? Because I see 1401 Holcomb, and then I see 8945 Agnes in parentheses, and then the address is 8945 Agnes Street. So what? Can you just clarify for me?
1401 Holcomb is the name of the apartment building. The address is the 8945 Agnes, apartment 604.
Okay, thank you. All right, you can go back on mute. Thank you. Okay, so this is Case number 24352-148, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Dana Branch and all occupants of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 604 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-149, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Bonnie Allen and all occupants of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 606 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-150, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Samira Parks and all occupants of 1401 Holcomb, all occupants of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 403 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-151, 1401 Holcomb LLC versus Jacob Estelle and all occupants of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 601 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-152, Timeless Properties Manning Manor versus Samantha J. Taylor, CHS, Robert R. Blackwell and all occupants of 2258 West Grand Boulevard, number 203 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-153, GW2512 LLC versus Veronica Ross and all occupants of 512 West Grand Boulevard, apartment 308 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-154, GW7646 LLC versus Stanley Saunders and all occupants of 133 East Grand Boulevard, apartment 101 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-155, GW1 Cast LLC versus Valerie Nunez and all occupants of 686 Selden Street, apartment B7 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-170, Universal Real Estate LLC versus Jenna Howard and all occupants of 14336 Rockdale in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-171, Jason Murray versus Corey Smith and all occupants of 4231 Trumbull in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-2200, Diana Thomas versus Antonio Simmons. This is for property located at 14505 Freeland in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-222, ARC PM on behalf of WAE Holdings LLC versus Shakora Taylor and all other occupants of 18334 Sunderland in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-2233, ARC PM on behalf of Terry Campbell versus Fornisha Brewster and all occupants of 17851 Strasburg in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-2234, DLJ Properties LLC versus Barbara Moore and all other occupants of 8866 Rosemont Avenue in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints to recover possession of property, complaints for non-payment of rent, as well as a complaint for damage and health hazard to property. Today is the date and time scheduled for a first hearing to take place in the matters that I've just called. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, all of the cases that I just called will be adjourned to a new court date. Ladies and gentlemen, please write this information down. If I just called your case, your next court date will be September 26th at 8:30 a.m. September 26, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. is the next time the court will call your case. This will be an in-person hearing. Yes.
I have a conflict on that date. I'll be out of town. This is Paul Hughes. Can you do the date before?
No, Attorney Hughes. You know, my court clerk, she has a system and the dates are assigned based on what agency is handling the docket that day and what we have available. So I believe, and Madam Clerk, you can correct me. Do we have any other dates? Attorney Hughes has a lot of cases. Okay, so she'll check, but just 1 second. Okay, Attorney Hughes, is it possible for you to send someone?
Not with this many cases.
It's a free trial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just hold off on the dates, ladies and gentlemen. But let me tell you the other information that I need to provide to you. Oh.
He only has 11 letters.
Right, just for his cases. 11 cases. Okay, you have 11 cases, Attorney Hughes, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Hold on, Attorney Hughes. Okay, everybody, I will just hold up for a second. Let me give you this information. Plaintiffs, you are to, at the next scheduled court date, you are to provide a copy of your deed, your lease agreement, your tenant ledger, the most up-to-date tenant ledger, proof of service, and any property management agreement that is in place, in addition to anything else that will substantiate your claim. If you don't provide those documents at the next court date, and they need to be paper copies of those documents, as I don't look through people's electronics, I certainly don't feel comfortable scrolling through people's cell phones, and I can't put your electronics in the file as evidence, so you need to bring those documents with you to court. If you don't do that and your documents are not already in the file, then your case will be dismissed. Plaintiffs, you also have the right to represent yourself if you'd like to, but you also have the right to be represented by an attorney if you'd like to, and you can hire your own attorney or you can proceed in self-representation. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into this Zoom session today. Okay, 1 second. All right, defendants, as I was saying, you can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are in our Zoom session today. They are here to give you legal advice for the day with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that will be free of charge to you. At the end of your hearing today, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. Please follow the prompts. If you're on a tablet or a smartphone, a prompt will come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It'll take you into the breakout room. If you called in, meaning you dialed a telephone number to join us today, you don't have to worry about a prompt. You'll just be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself. I ask that you have patience. You won't be able to hear or see what's going on in this session. We in the main session won't be able to hear or see what's going on with you in the breakout room. That is so that you can have a private conversation with the attorney. Please don't start raising your hand. Please don't come back out into the main session unprompted. Don't start sending me messages or what else do people do? Raise your hand, unprompted coming into the main session, messages. Just sit tight is really all I can ask you. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today, okay? All right, so we need to get back to the dates. Oh, defendants, once you're done speaking to the attorney today, you can log off. Please make sure you come back to court on the date that I give you, because I'm gonna have to go back and change the date for Attorney Hughes.
Thank you.
If you don't show up on the date that I give you, a default judgment will be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you don't show up on the next court date, your case will be dismissed. All right, so going back through the docket. Well, first, let me just say, for matter ending in 119, is Mian Marshall present? If so, please make your presence known now. Did the plaintiff on 119 check in?
Yes, ma'am.
Mian Marshall, please dial *6 and state your name.
Mian Marshall.
Okay, good afternoon to you,
Mian Marshall.
I heard you. Good afternoon,
sorry.
Ms. Marshall. No problem. You're the plaintiff in this matter. Is Zaria Cole or Natia Gibson present? If so, please make your presence known. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendants did not check in on this matter. I don't have a proof of service in the file. I'm checking the register of actions to see if a proof of service was filed. According to our register of actions, no proof of service was filed. Ms. Marshall, your case will be adjourned to a different date. Your case is going, well, let me ask you, have you been in contact with anyone to serve the defendant?
I was told I could only use a court-appointed bailiff, so I didn't have enough money to do the proof of service. I mean, if I could get a family member to do it, I was going to do it like that, but the filing court told me that I had to do a bailiff. So I was going to come and ask, can it be pushed back till after I get some money? I just started work today.
Okay, so we'll adjourn your matter to September 13th. So you have a different date from everybody else. September 13th, 2024. Yours will be at 1:35 p.m. and it'll be via Zoom. So you attend the same way you attended today, okay?
Okay.
And hopefully by then, I'll have the proof of service in the file and then we can proceed. So you can hang up, ma'am. We'll mail a copy of your notice of hearing to you, okay? September 13th at 1:35.
Is the address that you're going to send it to 9406 Manor?
Can I have the file again? Let me see. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. All right. For matters ending in 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, and 155. Can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Thank you, Honor. Paul Huth, P31986, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, thank you. All right, so for all of the cases that I just called, the ones that if your case ends in 145 through 155,
correct.
Disregard the date that I gave earlier, okay? All right, so Attorney Hughes, you have two options. It can be September 25th or October, is this first or 11th?
September 25th works fine, Judge.
October 1st, October 2nd.
October 2nd. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Attorney Hughes?
September 25th works fine if that's one of the dates you gave me.
That's fine. Okay. All right. So, that's a Wednesday. All right. So hopefully we can work hard on that day because that puts our docket over just a little bit, but that's fine. All right. So for all of the cases, only the cases that end in 145 through 155, your date will be September 25th at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Madam Clerk, just type that information into the Zoom chat. If you are logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you should be able to go into the chat and screenshot that information. Otherwise, please write it down. We will mail notice, but in case the notices of hearing get lost, we like to make sure everybody has the information for the next court date. All right, for matter ending in 145 is Detroit Central City or any occupant of 8945 Agnes Apartment 305 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. I don't have a proof of service, I think for any of your cases, Attorney Hughes. Do you know if this defendant was served?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. It was done by attachment on 8/11/24 at 4:10 p.m.
Okay, based on your representation as an officer of the court that the defendant was served, then the court is going to adjourn this first hearing on a complaint for non-payment of rent to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. As with all of the cases today, if the defendant should log in before we end this Zoom session, the defendant will have an opportunity to speak to an attorney. That concludes the matter ending in 145. For matter ending in 146 is Madison Collier or any occupant of 1060 Van Dyke, apartment 209 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant failed to check in. There is no proof of service in the file. Attorney Hughes, was this defendant served?
Yes, it was served in person on 8/11/24 at 4:23 p.m.
All right, based on your representation as an officer of the court that the defendant was served, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. That concludes the matter ending in 146. For matter ending in 147 is Dylan Fox or Dylan Fox or any occupant of 1060 Van Dyke, apartment 214 present.
Okay.
Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. There is no proof of service in this file. Attorney Hughes, was this defendant served?
Yes, this defendant was served by posting Sunday, August 11th.
All right, based on your representations, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 147. For matter ending in 148 is Dana Branch or any occupant of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 604 present. And clerk has indicated that this defendant called her to indicate that she's having a hard time logging in. How long ago was that, Madam Clerk? Okay, a couple of minutes ago. All right, I'm going to pass on this one, but she's not going to log in. Did you give her date?
No, I didn't. I told her she can go there.
Okay, all right, we will adjourn this matter. Madam Clerk said that this person checked in. Attorney Hughes, when was the defendant served?
The defendant was served Sunday, August 11th by posting.
Okay. All right, so this matter will be adjourned to September 25th at 8:30 a.m. I believe the defendant is going to call back to get that information, and we will also mail notices to appear. That concludes the matter ending in 148. For matter, what was her name, Madam Clerk? Did she say?
Yes, Dana Branch.
Oh, okay, she said, okay. All right, for matter ending in 149 is Bonnie Allen or any occupant of 8945 Agnes, apartment 606 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. There is no proof of service in the file. Attorney Hughes, was this defendant served?
This defendant was served by posting on 8/11 at 4:10 p.m.
Okay, based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 149. For matter ending in 150 is Samira Parks or any occupant of 8945 Agnes, apartment 403 present. Hello, what's your name, please? You're muted. You muted
Samira
yourself.
Parks. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Samira
hello, Ms. Parks. Ms. Parks, did you hear, you're the defendant on this complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Was it September 26th or?
Well, initially it was, but now it's September 25th.
Okay, at 8:30.
At 8:30 a.m. in person. Okay, we'll see you on that date and time. Gonna have someone transfer Samira Parks into a breakout room. Just follow the prompt. That concludes matter ending in 150. Thank you. Have a good day. For matter ending in 151 is Jacob Estelle or any occupant of 8945 Agnes Street, apartment 601 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant failed to check in. Attorney Hughes, there is no proof of service in the file. Was the defendant served?
Yes, ma'am. The defendant was served Sunday, 8/11 by posting.
All right, based on your representation as an officer of the court that the defendant was served, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to September 25th at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 151. For matter ending in, For matter ending in 152 is Samantha J. Taylor, CHS, or Robert R. Blackwell, or any occupant of 2258 West Grand Boulevard, number 203 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendants in this case failed to check in. Attorney Hughes, I do not have a proof of service in the file. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor, the defendants were served. It was done by posting. The last posting date was 5 p.m. on 8/11.
Okay, thank you. Based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 152. For matter ending in 153 is Veronica Ross, or any occupant of 512 West Grand Boulevard, apartment 308 present. Madam Clerk has indicated that the defendant did not check in. Attorney Hughes, I don't have a proof of service. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm reviewing the proof of service. It was done by attachment. The last date was August 11th, Sunday.
All right. Thank you. Based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 25th at 8:30 a.m. and that'll be in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 153. For matter ending in 154 is Stanley Saunders, or any occupant of 133 East Grand Boulevard, apartment 101 present. If so, please turn on your camera, unmute your device, and state your name.
Yes, Your Honor, Stanley Saunders.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Saunders. You are the defendant on this complaint for non-payment of rent. Mr. Saunders, did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just to clarify, there was a change. It's September 25th now, September 25th at 8:30, in person in courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Saunders into a breakout room? Mr. Saunders, just tap the prompt when it comes across your screen. Thank you. That concludes the matter ending in 154. For matter ending in 155 is Valerie Nunez, or any occupant of Sheldon apartment B7 present.
Yes, I'm here.
Please turn on your camera and state your name.
Valerie Nunez.
Okay, hello, Ms. Nunez. You are the defendant on this complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes. Although my landlord has said on email that I'm actually good and this was thrown out on their end and I no longer need to be showing up to this, but I just wanted reassurance from you guys.
Attorney Hughes, do you have any knowledge of that?
No, I do not, Your Honor, but I will check.
Yeah,
okay.
she emailed me today, like right before this meeting, saying that I didn't have to show up, but I just wanted some kind of confirmation from your guys' end.
Okay, so you won't receive confirmation today because it sounds like the landlord did not communicate that information to the attorney. Attorney Hughes is unaware of that agreement. So what I'll tell you is I'm still going to adjourn the matter to September 25th at 8:30 a.m. Attorney Hughes, please check with your client to see if they are dismissing the matter. If the plaintiff does dismiss the matter, then Attorney Hughes will submit a dismissal order in between now and the next court date. What I can tell you is if you don't receive a dismissal order, within the next couple of days, definitely call the court or check with Attorney Hughes and his name and his phone number should be on the pleadings. Yes, you can call Attorney Hughes to see the status, because what can happen is, if there's a miscommunication, if you don't show up to court at the next court date, Attorney Hughes will ask for a default judgment. So
yeah, and that's why I showed up today, just in case, because there's not great communication on this side. So I just wanted to make sure that I was not in the wrong and I still wanted to show up.
Okay, so again, we're scheduling it for September 25th, but if you choose not to show up on September 25th, just please make sure you confirmed that the case has been dismissed, okay?
Yeah, okay, and for Attorney Hughes, his contact information is on the big sheet that I got, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
Okay.
okay. All right, can I have someone transfer Ms. Nunez into a breakout room? Have a good day, Ms. Nunez. That
Thank you.
concludes matter ending in 155. All
Thank
right,
you, Judge. I
so,
think that's it for me. Thank you for the accommodation.
thank you, no problem. Have a good afternoon. All right, so for everybody else, the same date remains. It's still September 26th. And when I say everybody else, I don't mean if I haven't called your case yet, only the remaining matters in this file, okay? All right, so September 26th. For matters ending in 170 and 171, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
I believe that's me, Your Honor. Attorney Allery Adams, P73324, on behalf of plaintiff, University Real Estate.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't call the plaintiff. Thank you, Attorney Adams. Good afternoon. Matter ending in thanks. For matter ending in 170, is Jenna Howard or any occupant of 14336 Rockdale present?
Yes,
Please state your name.
Jenna Howard.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Howard. You are the defendant on this complaint to recover possession of property. This matter is adjourned to September 26th at 8:30 a.m. Have you been able to write that information down?
Yes, I wrote it down already and bring lease agreements and ledger, right?
You're the defendant, so it's not your burden of proof. You don't have to bring those items. The plaintiff must bring those items to establish their burden of proof. But if you have any evidence that supports your defense, you can bring that. Okay.
Okay. Another question.
Specifically, I'm talking about like rental payments, receipts, or maybe pictures or a lease agreement, something like that. If you have a lease, you might want to bring that. Any other questions you would have to ask the defense attorney, which I'm about to transfer you to, do you have a question about the date?
Well, the only thing I was going to ask is, it's just me and my 2-year-old grandson, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be appropriate in court.
Children come down every day, Ms. Howard. I have children, and so I understand the serious nature of the proceeding. So you can't skip court. You have to be here. So just bring your grandson, and if he's 2. If he's crying or talking out loud or something, you can take him out into the hallway until it's time for us to call your case. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Howard into a breakout room? Just follow the prompt, Ms. Howard.
Your Honor?
Yes. Who's that?
Is the deed in the file?
I see the summons, the complaint, the notice to quit. I see a lease agreement. No, there's no deed in this file. So you'll need to bring that to the next court date. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. That concludes matter ending in 170. Can I have someone transfer Jenna Howard? Just follow the prompt when it comes across your screen, Ms. Howard. For matter ending in 171, is Corey Smith or any occupant of 4231 Trumbull present?
This is Corey Smith.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Smith.
You paying for the shipping?
I'm sorry. Who's that speaking? Is that someone in your?
I'm at work.
Oh, you're at work. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Smith, did you get the information about the next court date?
Absolutely.
All right, so that's September 26th at 8:30. Can I have someone? I think that's it. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Smith into a breakout room? Mr. Smith, tap the prompt. Yes, sir.
I've already spoken with Attorney Partridge. So do I still have to go to the breakout room?
Attorney Partridge.
Mr. Smith, we can follow up on your case after today's hearing. We're welcome to go.
Thank you so much.
Can you just say who you are for the court reporter?
Apologies. This is Attorney Alexander Partridge, P number 85572 with United Community Housing Coalition.
Okay, thank you. Will you be appearing on behalf of Mr. Smith?
More than likely, yes. I've already filed my appearance.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Have a good day.
All right, you as well. Thank you. Bye now.
If that concludes matter ending in 171.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Adams. All right, for matter ending in 200, is the plaintiff Diana Thomas present? Please unmute yourself.
Trying to find out how to stop this device.
I'll disconnect you. Hold on. Okay, he's gone. All right, Diana Smith, if you're here, please state your name.
Diana Thomas.
I'm sorry, Miss Thomas. There's a lot going on this afternoon. Sorry about that. Miss Thomas, let's see, is Antonio Simmons present?
Yes, I'm here.
Please state your name for the court reporter.
Antonio Simmons.
All right, Mr. Simmons, good afternoon to you both. Ms. Thomas, you are the plaintiff. Mr. Simmons, you're the defendant. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. Ms. Thomas, did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Simmons?
Yes, I did.
All right, well, we will see you both on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. Ms. Thomas, please make sure you bring the paperwork that I indicated is necessary. I need the deed to the property. If there is a current lease agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well, and the proof of service, okay? All right, can I have someone transfer Antonio Simmons into a breakout room? Mr. Simmons, just tap the prompt, it'll take you into the room, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're free to log off, Ms. Thomas. That concludes matter ending in 200. All righty, for matters ending in 222, 233, and 234, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Abbott appearing for the plaintiff, P26085.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Abbott. Let's see. For matter ending in 222, is Shakora Taylor or any occupant of 18334 Sunderland present? Okay. Madam Clerk indicated that the defendant logged off. For my purposes, she's not here. I don't have a proof of service. Attorney Abbott, was the defendant served?
Posted on August 16th.
All right, based on your representation as an officer of the court is going to proceed with the first hearing for this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 26, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. in person in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes matter ending in 222. The matter ending in 233 is for Misha Brewster or any occupant of 17851 Strasburg present.
Yes, I'm here.
Good afternoon. Please state your name for the court reporter.
For Anisha Brewster.
Okay, Ms. Brewster, you are the defendant on a complaint to recover possession of property. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
It's the 26th at 8:30, right?
Yes, the 26th September. We'll see you on that day and time. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Brewster into a breakout room? Just tap the prompt when it comes across your screen. Thank you for your patience. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Matter ending in 233. All right, for matter ending in 234 is Barbara Moore or any occupant of 8866 Rosemont present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. Attorney Abbott, is there proof of service? Well, I don't have a proof of service. Was the defendant served?
August 16th.
All righty. Is that by posting?
Posting by Myron Bell, that's correct.
Okay. Based on your representation as an officer of the court is going to proceed with this first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. The matter will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 26th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 234. Okay, let's see. What was the one I just gave you, Madam Clerk? What did it end in?
234.
234.
Oh, I put that one on top because
this isn't.
Yeah, and that's also Abbott.
Oh, this is Abbott too.
Yeah. Okay. But the next couple ones also these two.
Okay. All right. So 234 is where we ended.
I'm going to mail in a dismissal on 234.
Oh, okay. Is that the one we just called?
Yes.
All right, can I see that? All right, recalling case number 243522234, DLJ Properties LLC versus Barbara Moore and all other occupants of 8866 Rosemont. Attorney Abbott, you've already placed your appearance on the record. You're requesting that this matter be dismissed.
Ms. Morris paid. I'm going to file a dismissal.
All right, I'll note that for the file, and I will note that the plaintiff is to submit a dismissal order, and I'll sign it when it comes across my desk. That concludes the matter ending in 234. Okay, so let me just see something. How many more cases does Attorney Abbott have? 1, 2,
6.
Can I just give him the dates from what was the first?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Can I give him the 26th?
Yes.
Instead of the 30th?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is
Thank
Jarrell
you.
Jackson, did somebody log in on this one? For the dismissal?
No, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna call it. I'll call them all at the same time.
You're only doing his names, correct? Right.
Yeah, only his matters. Why is his not? Oh, it's from the 135 document. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. Okay. All right, I have 2 more groups of cases. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. If you don't hear your name, address, or case number in this group of cases, it should be called in my next group. All right. Now calling case number 243522235, Casamano Brothers Properties versus Larry Hill and all occupants of 17144 Joanne Upper Flat in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 243522249, Kaizen Management LLC, MDPM versus Elizabeth Bell and all occupants of 17184 Westbrook in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 243522250, LFV LLC, MDPM versus Victor Evans and all other occupants of 9394 Sorrento in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 243522251, Landmark Property Management Group versus Terry and Watson, Kanika Anderson Watson, and all other occupants of 12537 Gunston in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 243522252, Landmark Property Management Group versus Nicole Gooden and all other occupants of 8880 Rutherford Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 243522253, Landmark Property Management Group versus Monique Bates and all other occupants of 11880 Roxbury in the city of Detroit. Also calling, and this is from the 1:35 p.m. docket. This is case number 243500408. This is Landmark Property Management Group versus Jarrell Jackson, Kenya Lockhart, Natasha Bailey, and all other occupants of 17131 Appeline Street in the city of Detroit. These matters are before the court on complaints for non-payment of rent and complaints to recover possession of property. Pursuant to Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings shall be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to September 26, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433. Plaintiff, you are to bring to the court, if you have not already filed the following documents, you need a copy of the deed, the lease agreement, the most up-to-date rental ledger if rent as it issued, the completed proof of service, and if there's a property management agreement in place, I need a copy of that as well. Failure to provide those documents at the next court hearing, if they are not already in the file, will result in dismissal of the case. So please make sure you bring those documents if they are not already in the file already. Defendants, you have the right to be represented. Oh, wait. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please bring that in paper format to the next court date as well. Specifically, I'm talking about payment receipts or pictures of the property. It needs to be in paper format. Everybody, plaintiffs and defendants, whatever you have, whatever evidence you have, please bring it in paper format. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you choose. You can either hire your own attorney or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged in today. They are here today to speak to you, the defendant tenants, to provide you with legal advice for the day with the potential of them taking in your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings, and that will be free of charge to you. At the end of today's hearing, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you'll receive a prompt come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It will take you into the breakout room. If you called in on a telephone, you don't have to worry about a prompt. You'll be transferred automatically. Either way, once you get into the prompt, you'll be in there by yourself. Please have patience. Please don't start pressing buttons or coming back into the main session. That'll slow me down. All right, everyone will be seen by an attorney. Once you're done speaking to the attorney, defendants, you can log off. Please make sure you come back to court on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. If you do not show up, a default judgment will be entered against you. And plaintiffs, if you don't come to court on the next court date, a dismissal order will be entered. Okay. All right, plaintiffs' counsel, can I have your appearance for all of the cases that I just called?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Abbott, appearing for the plaintiff, P26085. I intend to dismiss case 408 and, 409 and 408.
Okay, you said 409. I see a 408.
No, 249, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so let's see here. For matter ending in 408, this is from the 135 docket, is Jarrell Jackson, Kenyon Lockett, or Natasha Bailey, or any occupant of 17131 Apple present. Hearing and seeing no response, I'll note that the defendants did not appear today. Attorney Abbott, what is the reason for the dismissal?
I'm not sure, but I've been told to dismiss the case. I already sent in a dismissal. I'm surprised it's not in the file.
Oh, you're right. This is the one that I do have a dismissal order in. Okay, thank you. I am signing off on the dismissal order now, and this matter is dismissed without prejudice. That concludes matter ending in 408. You said 249 as well?
It's 249.
No. Okay, my laptop just died, so Madam Clerk, I might need your help. Nothing right now. Matter ending in 408 is being dismissed, and we already have a dismissal order for that one. Okay. All right. For matter ending in, you said it was 249?
249, that's correct.
Elizabeth Bell or any occupant of 17184 Westbrook, are you present? Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. Attorney Abbott, did the defendant vacate?
Yes, she moved.
Okay, and so the court will dismiss this matter without prejudice. I don't have a dismissal order for this one. I'll note that plaintiff will submit the order, and I'll sign it once I receive it.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes matter ending in 249. For matter ending in 235 is Larry Hill or any occupant of 17144 Joanne Upper Flat present.
Right.
Please unmute yourself and state your name. You're muted. There you are.
Sorry, Shatari Hill and Larry Hill.
Okay, I just say your name. Sir, what's your name?
Mr. Larry Hill.
Okay, good afternoon to you both. You are the defendants on the complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you all get the information about the next court date?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see you on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. in person. Can I have someone transfer the Hills into a breakout room? Just tap the prompt. Take you. Uh-oh. You okay? Okay. Sorry. There's so much going on today. Tap the prompt and it'll take you into the breakout room. Thank you. That concludes matter ending in 235. Good grief. For matter ending in 250 is Victor Evans or any occupant of 9394 Sorrento present. All right, Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. There is no proof of service in the file. Attorney Abbott, were these defendants served?
These were posted on August 16th.
Okay, based on your representation as an officer of the court is going to proceed with this first hearing on this complaint to recover possession of property. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. That concludes matter ending in 250. For matter ending in 251 is Terrian Watson, Kanika Anderson Watson, or any occupant of 12537 Gunston present.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Please state your name for the court reporter.
Okay, Anderson Watson.
Okay, Ms. Anderson Watson, you are the defendant on the complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Anderson Watson into a breakout room? Just tap the screen when it comes across your, tap the prompt when it comes across your screen. That concludes matter ending on 251. Thank you. Have a good day. For matter ending in 252 is Nicole Gooden, or any occupant of 8880 Rutherford Street present.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Nicole
Please state your
Gooden.
name.
Nicole Gooden.
All right. Hello, Ms. Gooden. You're the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes.
All right. We'll see you on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person. The court will mail notice. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Gooden into a breakout room? Just tap your screen when the prompt comes across it.
Okay,
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day. For matter ending in 253 is Monique Bates, or any other occupant of 11880 Roxbury present.
Yes.
Please turn on your, oh, you're on the telephone. What's your name? Oh, turn on your camera, please. Can you turn on your camera? I'm working at a deficit here today, so my computer just completely died on me.
It's not letting me do it.
I'm sorry.
It's not letting me do it.
Okay, what's your name?
Monique Bates.
All right, Miss Bates, you're the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Do you have the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you on September 26th at 8:30 a.m. Can I have someone transfer Miss Bates into a breakout room, please? Just tap the prompt, Miss Bates. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 253. Thank you. Okay, I think that's it for you, Attorney Abbott.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Same to you and your staff.
All right, thank you. I'm going to try to sign in from my desktop. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna let me do anything since I think I'm still logged in from my laptop. Oh, wait, let's see. Where am I? Is this me?
Yeah.
This is weird. Do I have co-host? Am I a host or a co-host?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you are still in this Zoom session today, I'm about to call the last set of cases. Thank you for your patience. Please listen out for your name, address, or case number. Please don't say anything until I've called all of the cases. Now calling case number 2435259. This is Evernest LLC versus Letitia Journey and all other occupants of 20458 Sorrento Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 2435260. This is Nissan LLC versus Leon Riggs and all occupants of 504 Marquette Drive in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 2435261 SFR3 Properties LLC, doing business as American Ave 1 p.m. and SFR3-040 LLC versus all occupants of 16208 Murray Hill Street in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-262, Detrentals One LLC and D-Top LLC versus LaShonda Pickett and all other occupants of 20497 Ward in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-263. This is Detrentals One LLC and D-Top LLC versus Leo Montfield Jr. and all occupants of 12678 Memorial in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-276, Restoration Towers versus James Freeman and all occupants of 16651 Lasser Road, apartment 820 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-277, Restoration Towers versus Jacqueline Isaac and all occupants of 16651 Lasser Road, apartment 410 in the city of Detroit. Also calling case number 24352-278, UC 980 Whitmore LP versus Anthony Carmichael and all occupants of 980 Whitmore Road, apartment 103 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 24352-279, Fountain Court Consumer HSG Co-op versus LaQuala Nicholson and all occupants of 2690 Butternut, apartment 143 in the city of Detroit. Calling case number 2434717. This is FFGGP Incorporated versus Jasmine Diamond. This is for property located at 8852 Memorial Avenue in the city of Detroit. This matter is before the court on a complaint for possession after land contract forfeiture, and this is from the 135 docket. And finally, calling case number 2435041. This is Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union versus PLR Ledsinger, Samuel Hines, and any and all occupants of 9186 Decatur Street in the city of Detroit. This matter is scheduled for a 135 a technical first hearing. The remaining matters are before the court on complaint for non-payment of rent and complaints to recover possession of property. They are scheduled for a first hearing to be held today. Michigan Supreme Court Administrative Order 2020-17, all first hearings are to be adjourned. Therefore, these matters will be adjourned to a new date. Ladies and gentlemen, if I just called your case, please write this information down. Your next court date will be September 30th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. Again, September 30th, 2024 at 8:30. That is the next time that the court will call your case. September 30th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. That will be held in person. That means you need to come down to the 36th District Court, which is located at 421 Madison in downtown Detroit. And I am in courtroom 433. So please come to courtroom 433 again on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. Plaintiffs, please bring with you to the next court hearing, if you have not already filed, the following paperwork. I need a copy of the deed, a copy of the lease agreement. If there's a property management agreement, I need a copy of that as well. If rent is at issue, I need a copy of the most up-to-date rental ledger, and I need the completed proof of service. Failure to bring those documents to court with you at the next court hearing, if they are not already in the file, will result in dismissal of your case. So please make sure you bring those documents with you on September 30th, 2024, if you have not already filed them. Defendants, if you have any evidence that supports your defense, please bring that with you. Plaintiffs and defendants, please make sure your documentation is in paper format. I can't put your laptop or your cell phone in the physical file, so please bring paper to support your claim or defense. Let's see. Plaintiffs, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You can hire your own attorney, or you have the right to represent yourself as well. Defendants, you have the right to be represented by an attorney if you so choose. You also can represent yourself. That is your right. You can, if you want an attorney, you can hire your own attorney, or you can speak to the agency attorneys that are logged into our Zoom session today. They're here to speak with you, the defendant tenants, to give you legal advice for today, with the potential of them taking on your case to represent you throughout the close of these proceedings. At the end of today's hearing, I will ask that you be transferred into a breakout room. If you're logged in via a tablet or a smartphone, you will receive a prompt to come across your screen. Please tap the prompt. It'll take you into the breakout room. If you called in today, meaning you dialed the telephone number to join our Zoom session, then you don't have to worry about receiving a prompt. You will be automatically transferred. Either way, once you get into the breakout room, you'll be in there by yourself. You will not be able to hear or see what's going on in the breakout room, and we in the main session won't be able to hear or see what's going on with you in the breakout room. I ask that you have patience. We have a lot of cases today. We only have so many defense attorneys, and they are making their way into each breakout room one by one. Please don't press buttons, raise your hand, or come back out into the main session unprompted, as that will just distract me and slow us down. Everyone will be seen by an attorney today. Once you're done speaking to your attorney or to the attorney, defendants, you're free to log off. But please make sure you come back to court on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. If you do not, a default judgment will be entered against you and plaintiffs if you don't appear on September 30th at 8:30. The case will be dismissed. So everybody, please make sure you come back to court timely. Okay. With all of that having been said, can I have the plaintiff's counsel for matters ending in 259, 260, 261, 262, and 263, please place your appearance on the record.
Good afternoon, Judge Kennedy. It's Attorney Paul Spagnola on behalf of all those plaintiffs.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you, Attorney Spagnola. For matter ending 9, is Letitia Journey or any occupant of 20458 Sorrento present?
I'm checking.
All right, Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. I don't have a proof of service on the file, Attorney Spagnola. Was this defendant served?
Yes, and then the ROA didn't get reflected either, but they were served by attachment on 8/14/2024 at 5:39 p.m. Also a mailing.
Okay, thank you for that. As your based on your representation as an officer of the court, that the defendants were served, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing. This is a complaint to recover possession of property. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing to take place on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in person. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 259. For matter ending in 260, is Leon Riggs or any occupant of 504 Marquette Drive present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Please state your name for the court reporter.
Leon Riggs.
All right, Mr. Riggs, you are the defendant on this complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you here on September 30th at 8:30 in courtroom 433. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Riggs into a breakout room? Mr. Riggs, just tap the screen when the prompt comes across. Have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 260.
You as well, Your Honor.
Thank you. For matter ending in 261, is there anyone here who lives at 16208 Murray Hill Street? Please unmute yourself, turn on your camera, and state your name.
Ariel Gaskin.
Good afternoon to you, Ms. Gaskin. You are the defendant on this complaint to recover possession of property. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay. We'll see you on the 30th of September at 8:30. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Gaskin into a breakout room? Just tap the prompt, Ms. Gaskin. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That concludes matter ending in 261. For matter ending in 262 is LaShonda Pickett or any occupant of 20497 Ward present. Madam Clerk has indicated that this defendant did not check in. Attorney Spagnola, I don't have a proof of service in the file. Was the defendant served?
Yes, Your Honor, on 8/14/2024 at 5:43 p.m. and by mailing.
Okay, so posting and mailing?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, strike that, Judge. No, it's actually reflected personal service.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll note it for the file. Based on your representation, the court is going to proceed with the first hearing on this complaint for non-payment of rent. This will be adjourned to a subsequent hearing, September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433 in person. The court will mail notice. That concludes the matter ending in 262. For matter ending in 263 is Leo Mumpfield Jr. or any occupant of 12678 Memorial presence. Please turn on your camera and state your name.
Leo Mumpfield Jr.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Mumpfield. Mr. Mumpfield, did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll see you on the date that I gave you, which is, September 30th at 8:30. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Mumpfield into a breakout room? Just follow the prompts when it comes across your screen, tap the prompt. That concludes the matter ending in 263. Have a good day, Mr. Mumpfield. All right, I think that's it for you, Attorney Spagnola.
It is. You and your staff have a wonderful day, Judge. I'll see you soon.
You too. Thank you. All right. Did I call these already? I already called them, okay. All right, for matters ending in 276, 277, 278, and 279, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record?
Good afternoon, Joe Horka, P759694.
Good afternoon to you, Attorney Horka. For matter ending in 276 is James Freeman or any occupant of 16651 Lasser present. Please dial *6 to unmute yourself and then state your name. You're unmuted.
James Freeman.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Freeman.
Hello.
Thank you. You're the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. I know that you're on a telephone. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see you on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. Mr. Freeman, since you're on a telephone, you won't receive a prompt. Once I ask for your transfer, you're going to be moved over into a breakout room, okay?
All right.
All right, have a good day. That concludes the matter ending in 276. Can I have someone transfer Mr. Freeman into a breakout room? For matter ending in 277 is Jacqueline Isaac or any occupant of 16651 Lasser, apartment 410 present. All right, Madam Clerk said that this defendant was here. For my purposes, she's not here. I don't have a proof of service in the file. Attorney Horka, was the defendant served?
Just saw her here about 5 minutes ago, Judge. She was served personally on August 13th.
Personally on August 13th?
Yes.
All right, based on that, the court is going to adjourn this first hearing to a subsequent hearing. That'll take place on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. The court will mail notice. That concludes matter ending in 277. I'm sorry, I have to stand up for a moment. Okay. For matter ending in 278 is Anthony Carmichael or any occupant of 980 Whitmore, apartment 103 present. Please dial *6 to unmute yourself and then state your name. You are unmuted.
Anthony Carmichael.
Good afternoon to you. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. Did you hear the information about the next court date?
Your Honor, I heard the information about the court date, and I said just a couple of things. One, the posting, I found that on the floor on Friday, so I called and made the payment on Friday. And the mail notification I got in the mail today.
Okay. Attorney Horka, do you have record that the outstanding balance has been paid?
I don't, Your Honor. I'm happy to look into that, and if it is paid, we'll file a dismissal.
Will you be able to look into it before the end of this docket?
I'm not optimistic about that, but I can try.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I will pass on this matter for a moment, Mr. Carmichael. If Attorney Horka, who is standing in for the attorney of record, is not able to confirm that the payment was made, then we're still going to adjourn the matter to September 30th. And then if you don't receive a dismissal order before then, you'll need to come to court, okay? So I'm just going to pass on your matter for a moment. I'm sorry?
Yeah, they can check the balance online with the account, so it's not a problem.
I didn't catch the first part of what you said.
I say I paid it online through their system, so it is registered. They can look that up easily. That's not a problem.
I don't know that Attorney Horka can look that up. So he's going to check with the attorney that he's standing in for, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll pass on this briefly. For matter ending in 279 is LaQuala Nicholson or any occupant of 2690 Butternut Apartment 143 President. I see somebody logged in by that name. Please dial *6 and state your name.
LaQuela Nicholson.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Nicholson. You are the defendant on a complaint. Thank you. You are the defendant on a complaint for non-payment of rent. I'm sorry, it's been a long day for me, Ms. Nicholson. Did you get the information about the next court date?
Yes, I was trying to work and right at the same time, so I was able to get down September 30th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m.
Yes, that'll
that
be
was
in
it.
courtroom 433.
Okay.
And it won't be a Zoom hearing. It'll be in person down at the 36th District Court. That address is 421 Madison in downtown Detroit.
8:30 a.m.
Did you?
4:33. Okay, and then just have proof of pay rent. That's about it, right?
I'm sorry?
And just have proof of pay rent.
Yes, if you've paid the rent, you need to bring your payment receipts. Okay.
Okay. Yes, got it.
All right. You're on a telephone, so I'm going to have you be transferred. You won't receive a prompt. You're going to be automatically transferred. Okay. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you so much, Judge.
Can I have some? You're welcome. Can I have someone transfer Ms. Nicholson into a breakout room? That concludes the matter ending in 279. All right. Okay, Attorney Horka, are you on the next two cases?
That was my last one, Your Honor.
Okay, so can you check for matter ending in 278 and let me know what you find out?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, for matter ending in 617, can I have plaintiff's counsel place your appearance on the record? If you're still here.
I am. Sorry, Your Honor. Andrew Harold, P58117, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Is the defendant present? That would be Jasmine Diamond.
Yes, I'm here.
Please turn on your camera and state your name.
Jasmine Diamond.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to you, Ms. Diamond. All right, the last time we were here via Zoom, the attorney was to file a motion for alternate service. I see that there was a motion and verification for alternate service filed. I signed that order on August 2nd, 2024. I still don't see a proof of service in the file. Was service effectuated, Attorney Harold?
Yes, Your Honor, by Officer Carter, by service by attachment, alternatively pursuant to the order, and then I also mailed a copy to the residents. The alternative service is done 8/9/24 at 7:32 p.m.
Okay, thank you. Just can you make sure you bring all those proofs of service with you to court when you come in person? Absolutely. All right, Ms. Diamond, did you get the information about the next? Oh, wait. I'm told that there's a need for a different court date in this matter.
Yeah, Your Honor, I'm out of town the 24th of September through October 2nd. I was wondering if there is an alternative date available.
Okay, how about October 3rd at 8:30?
October 3rd at 8:30, that will work.
Is that a Monday or?
I believe that's a Thursday, right?
That's a Thursday. Okay, so that should work with this agency. So, Ms. Diamond, your case is going to be adjourned to a different date. It'll be October 3rd.
Okay.
Okay, and that'll be at 8:30. We'll make this one, 8:30 a.m. October 3rd at 8:30 a.m. And can I have someone transfer Ms. Diamond into a breakout room? And just follow the prompt, Ms. Diamond.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That concludes this matter. This is matter ending in 617. Thank you, Attorney Harold.
Thank you for the accommodation, Your Honor.
No problem. Have a good afternoon. All right, for matter ending in 491 is The plaintiff's counsel here for Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union.
Yeah, Stephen DeLuca here, Your Honor.
Thank you. Attorney DeLuca, can you place your P number on the record? And there you are. What's your P number for the court reporter?
P70009.
Thank you. And is the defendant, let's see. Can I have the defendant, Pilar Letzinger or Samuel Hayes or any occupant, place your name? Wait, it looks like we have an attorney for the defendant.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I have your appearance?
Yes, Attorney Jessica Warfield, P85391 on behalf of Defendant Letzinger and Hines, Your Honor.
Okay, good afternoon. Are your clients here? If so, can they turn on their cameras and unmute and state their names?
Yes, Ms. Letzinger, can you please unmute and state your name?
Yes, Pilar Letzinger.
Okay, good afternoon to you, Ms. Letzinger, and good afternoon to you all. Thank you all for your patience today. Ms. Letzinger, let me see. I think this case will be adjourned to September 30th. Do you have that information written down?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let me ask, attorney.
30th?
Yes, is that a good day for both attorneys?
That is a good day for me, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, so I'll see you all here in person on September 30th at 8:30 a.m. That'll be in person in courtroom 433. Ms. Letzinger, you already have your own attorney, and so you don't need to be transferred into a breakout room unless, counsel, did you all want to go into a breakout room today?
No, we are fine, Your Honor. I did speak with my client, and Mr. DeLuca, I will be emailing you for a resolution.
Sounds good.
Okay, all right, this complaint to recover possession of property is adjourned to a subsequent hearing, which will take place on September 30th at 8:30. That concludes this matter. Thank you all for your patience. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, thank you. All right, so we just have this one case to recall. Attorney Horker, are you back yet? It looks like the defendant is gone. Or was he transferred? Matter ending in 278, Anthony Carmichael. Is he in a breakout room?
We did transfer him into an intake room, but I don't see him in there, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Attorney Horka, can you say who you are again for the court reporter?
P7569 on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, were you able to check into that inquiry about the rental payment?
I have not gotten a response as of yet.
All right, well, I don't even see the defendant. I don't know if he logged off. I'm looking for him in these different rooms. I don't see him.
Your Honor, he
Yes.
was in one of the rooms that I was in, but he had wound up leaving because he said he had it all set or something like that, so he refused our services.
Interesting. Can you say who you are for the court reporter, please?
I'm Kenitha Pearson, Michigan Legal Services, legal assistant.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, we don't have any confirmation of the rent being paid as of yet, so this matter will still be scheduled for September 30th at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 433. I will note that the defendant says that he paid, and we'll see if that's, or can please submit the dismissal order.
Okay, because they just got like what he got was like what they call counsel and advice from one of our attorneys.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
That concludes the matter ending in 278, and that concludes the docket for courtroom 433 this afternoon. Thank you so much to my court staff. Thank you to the agency attorneys. Thank you to the plaintiff's counsel and all of the litigants. Court is adjourned. I am ending